Namaste, my beautiful queens and kings, if any kings out there. Uh, the information I'm going to give you. I'm determined. You see, I'm a good girl. I am a good girl. I am. The information I'm gonna give you, there is so many things I want to tell you, but my beauties, this information, I already told you about this amazing beautiful couple, united twin flames, Luna and Sol, which it must have been the beautiful forces of light, which I came up to know their work and their website, where they put all the tons of information which I have accumulated in many years of my life and my journey, so called, and put them in one site. And information I'm going to give you is what they put out there and much more. So I will put the link under this video in the description box. And you will be able to click and go and read it for yourself and find more information, so please do that. Excuse me. um Sorry if my voice is gonna be, and before I start, and hi, I don't know. I want to act like I act stupid. Some of you told me such an amazing thing, girls. If teddy bears were ruling this planet, it would be so wonderful. Yes, it would be wonderful. It would be a soft and wonderful planet. Anyways, I just love him so much. It's just so soft. Um, what is how do we put it? How can we find the way to be able to feel the peace, the inner peace? And here I will be talking about 12 ways which they describe on their website of finding inner peace. Especially in the times as now, when finding it is okay, in normal ordinary circumstances, it's close to impossible to find it for an empath, because we feel, we sense everything. Empath slash twin flame, forget about it. We will sense the emotions of thousands, tens of thousands of people. They are going through us. It's close to impossible. So how can we find that inner peace? And for an empath, you might think that this is close to impossible, because when you're highly sensitive, you're prone to anxiety, and you're prone to even, the serenity is something non-existent for you. So uh, how how can we achieve that inner peace? Can we do something? Can we follow some steps? So first of all, what is inner peace, right? What it is, this is when you feel that your body, your physical, your mind, your heart, and your soul are at rest. Of course, meditations help a lot in that case. So instead of trying to control everything or something, or trying to resist ourselves, because our toughest fight we are having with ourselves, when we try to resist ourselves, and we try to resist others as well, as men usually do it, especially those twin flames or masculine. They are fighting with themselves, when they're fighting with emotions, they're fighting with feelings. So when we stop, at least for, I don't know, several minutes, try to control and resist anything within us or outside of us, we feel a sense of acceptance, forgiveness, love, and compassion. Acceptance, forgiveness, love, and compassion. So the inner peace would be synonymous with being in touch with the true nature of soul. Because my beautiful queens and my beautiful kings, especially one of them, we are the soul. And soul doesn't lie, soul doesn't betray, soul cannot hurt anybody. It can't. Soul is forgiveness, love, and compassion. And so when you allow yourself to be in inner peace, you allow yourself to be in touch with true nature of your own soul. And most important, inner peace can only happen in a present moment. Present moment. You cannot plan inner peace. Okay, I'm going to have inner peace tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I want to make a video of, I already made one like this, betrayal of twin soul, betrayal of twin flame walking. I've done that already, but we are being so, lots of things being requested from us, from TFs, as we are working for humanity, already told you. TFs are employers, employed by humanity, by the 7, 9, 12 and up dimensional beings, and we are employed by everybody, and lots of things we have to do. So I want to do one of those as well, but not here. So 12 ways to find inner peace. Even it's better if you just relax and close your eyes and just listen to my voice, as my voice happened to have the healing ability. Conflict of any kind, of course, any conflict inside of you, conflict outside of you, of any kind, has always been this plague that has ravaged our life since forever. If we are not fighting against somebody outside, right? We're fighting with ourselves, something we can't forgive to ourselves, something we blame ourselves, especially empath. Empaths, we blame ourselves for everything and anything. Even when we get into relationship, when we are being crushed, betrayed, we still blame ourselves. So if we're not fighting against somebody, we're fighting against us, or some ideal we are trying to achieve, or unfortunately it could be the wrong belief, or toxic belief, or codependency, or toxic relationship. It's a chaos we all live in. So you might find this chaos comes in many shapes, in many shapes and forms. It's all the reasons for this anxiety can come. Some of them are, visible, obvious. Some of them are not obvious. Some of them are your habits. Some of them something else. Sometimes it's a pain you're dealing with, emotional, spiritual, so on. It's inside of you. It's within you. So when we take responsibility for our own life, of course, it's also a very important step to take. So when I took responsibility, I said, okay, I'm responsible for my own life. I cannot be dependent on somebody making me happy. It has to be me, because only I myself can make myself happy. So when you take responsibility over your life, still still you can struggle at times to keep this positiveness and this good perspective. Also, we also still can have problems letting go. So these are the 12 things which can help you regain your peace and your tranquility. Here are the things. I should have written it, but you can write it if you want, or listen it to it again. First, stop expecting that life and people should be different. Just take it as it is. People are as they are. The circumstances now as they are. So just stop expecting that they should be different. Second, release the grudges and resentments. It's easier to say than to do, but I'll talk about it later. Again, you can click the link and you can read about it. And this is a very important, which many of you were never told to do. Sit with your emotions and embrace them. Men are so afraid to love that they even can forbid themselves to love. Like, I forbid myself to feel these emotions and feelings towards this woman. Some of them even believe that they can control feelings. They believe in it. Of course, it's not possible, but sit with your emotions and embrace them. Don't suppress them. Don't deny them. Just don't dwell in this Five of Cups for a long time. Embrace them, feel them so you could release them without truly, deeply feeling your emotions. Stop being afraid of your emotions. Stop being ashamed of your emotions. Stop being scared of your emotions. Just sit with your emotions. Embrace your emotions like this. Now, number 4, try to stop being lost in the past, to dwell in the past or in the future, like this. When I lose 20 pounds, I'm gonna be happy. When I find myself a guy, it's a future, I'm gonna be happy. Or if I didn't do it back then, if he stayed or if I stayed, if I could turn back time, if I could find a way. The past has gone, the future hasn't come yet. So what you have is right now. You have this moment. You got this moment. Past has gone. You cannot change it. Don't dwell in it. Future, it hasn't come yet. So you have it right now. Live it right now. Teach yourself to live right now. Don't get lost in the past or in the future. Number 5, control. Be aware of your obsessive need to control. We unfortunately all have it. Masculine, feminine, because we feel calmer when we can control something. In fact, my beautiful queens and kings, we cannot control absolutely nothing, especially nowadays. And if you try, it's like you coming, in front of the moving train. You are coming in front of it and you're going to say, and I can stop. You cannot stop it. Learn to relax. Need of control is destroying you, makes you anxious. gives you panic attacks, gives you, you name it. Stop this obsessive need to control. Number 6, interesting, very interesting one. Embrace being dislikable. If someone does not like you, it doesn't mean you are bad. Especially girls. When that one man which you feel you could be happy with, and that man happen to not love you, and I have already written several posts about it, that you cannot deserve love. You cannot earn love. The thing is that it's not your fault he doesn't love you. It's not his fault he doesn't love you, because you cannot love. For example, there is the boy next door, or 2 stories above you, or 2 stories below you, who is madly in love with you, but you don't love that boy. You love somebody else, for example, or you simply don't love him. You are okay with, you can say hello to him, you can say happy birthday to him, but you don't love him. You're not madly in love with him, but he's in love with you, and he suffers out there, and he goes like, why she's not in love with me, why she doesn't love me, I'm gonna deserve her love. And he starts, I don't know, bring you roses, or build you a house, or I do not know what. He becomes a president of a major corporation, becomes a millionaire. Still, no matter what he does, you might admire him, you might adore him, but you're not gonna love, because love is either there or it's not there. It cannot be bought, it cannot be earned, it cannot be deserved, because I've been through this myself. I was like, I am going to do this, and he's gonna look at me and he's gonna say, oh my God, she's my girl, and how I'm so stupid, I didn't realize it, I love her so much. Oh, listen, of course it's more difficult with karmic soulmates. Soulmates, they do love you. More difficult with twin flames, but with twin flames it's a different story. Why? Because his soul does love you, because you have one soul. His soul cannot not love you. It's just him, his soul is right here and his body is right here. They kind of either disconnect or they connect a little bit, and he can have his own life, he can have his own interests, he can think he doesn't love you. He can connect with his soul, maybe some circumstances in life can happen, and he can connect with his soul and realize that he loves you, but the problem is it might not happen in this lifetime, or it might happen 30 years from now. I had seen it happen. I am girls, it's insane. It seems like if I receive one more email from a guy I knew in kindergarten that I'm the only woman he ever loved, my ego is gonna be becoming big and huge, and I'm gonna become a really nasty woman, because it seems like every day I get several emails. It's like, Allah, do you remember me? You know what? And I just wanted you to know that I only loved you my whole life. And I'm like, who the heck are you? And I have to start remembering who this man is and how does he know me. So it can happen 20 years later. It can happen 15 or 30 years later. So just take it without pain. If he doesn't love you, it's not because you're missing something in you. If he doesn't love you or somebody doesn't like you, doesn't mean you have something with you what is wrong. I already told you, the light irritates the dark. You can see in the videos, which are beautiful, you can see still dislikes. The 3-year-old plays Tchaikovsky and he gets dislike. I can't imagine like someone to dislike it, but they do. and you just have to take it. Somebody's so dark that your light is going to irritate their eyes. So embrace being dislikable. It's okay. Number 7, let go of playing the victim. I wanted to make a video uh, for this because many people do not confess, but they are playing a victim. I receive many mails like this: because I was this, because this happened. Yes, I myself was through this. We with those who went through horrific childhood, or who were those of us who got through terrible experiences like being raped, for example, then we close and we start being scared and afraid, and it is lots of things, lots of wounds, but it has to become such a moment in your life in which you have to stop playing a victim. This happening to me because I was mistreated. It was happening, yes, it did happen, but it's already gone. Right now, you have yourself. Right now, you have to put efforts, and it is up to you to put efforts there to heal the wounds. Men, very often, of course, they're more, somehow it's more with the guys. I already told you the narcissistic trauma happens from childhood trauma. It doesn't mean you can heal them. You cannot heal a narcissist. He's gonna destroy you. But they have to do it themselves. Only the person who wants to heal themselves will be able to heal themselves. And narcissist is the based on childhood trauma. At some point, the child was abandoned, he was given away, or he was neglected, and so a child told himself this: if I am perfect, if I am the best, my mom's gonna love me, or my dad is gonna love me. I have to constantly be perfect, then they're gonna love me. So he starts to play this perfection, then he learns to wear masks, so he constantly get that love from outside, because inside that love is not there. So you need to let go of being a victim. It already happened. Yes, I don't tell you forgive, forget, that happened. What happened to you was terrible. It was painful. It was really, really scary. But that already happened. Stop allowing your past blackmail your present and spoil your future. I don't remember where I got this. Something like that. So stop being a victim. Take control over your feelings, your emotions, your self-esteem. This is your work with yourself, my beauties. Your work with yourself. There is tons of materials online, and many of you are sitting at home. Click the site. I'm gonna put the link and go into it and read more. Number 8, forgive yourself, please. Please forgive yourself. Another thing I had to be dealing with for a long time. Forgive yourself. No, I couldn't forgive myself for this. For this, I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have said it. I shouldn't have, Forgive yourself. Everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. And perfection is boring. In Japan, if they break a cup, then all these cracks in a cup, then they fill with gold, because it shows that this thing was broken and was put together, and all these cracks, they make the thing beautiful. All your mistakes, all the things you went through, everything you've been through, it makes you beautiful. It makes you who you are. It's just that you gotta forgive yourself, and you have to forgive the others as well, even though it's extremely difficult sometimes. But it keeps on pressing onto your chest, on your heart. Number 9, saying goodbye to energy vampires. It's easy to know who is energy vampire when you communicate with someone and you feel after communication with that someone that you can conquer the world in a good way. These are energy donors. I am an energy donor. If you communicate with somebody and you feel like you want to die, or you feel no energy, or you feel tired and you feel exhausted, or you feel unhappy and you're feeling miserable, you know what is very easy to understand? Your feelings always allow you to know what is right, what is wrong. If it feels wrong, it is wrong. If it feels right, even the society tells you, or I don't know, whoever tells you it's wrong, your heart does not lie ever. If you feel in your guts, in your chest, no, this is not a good person, and 7,000 people tells you it's a good person, but you feel it's not, then it's not. But you feel it's a good person, it's a good person. Feelings. Say goodbye to energy vampires. Number 10, you don't need to be perfect. Another one for me. I always need to be like Priyanka Chopra. It's like my huge thing is Priyanka Chopra, and I'm just gonna be like her. It's just like I have to be skinny, I have to be perfect, but I cannot be Priyanka Chopra because I am not Priyanka Chopra. Sister, I call her. Me sister. Because surprisingly we're so alike with her. But I'm sure she doesn't consider herself perfect. And whoever you think is perfect, believe me, they have their own insecurities. They have their own doubts. They have their own fears. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be perfect. Perfect is boring. It's boring. Look at the women right now, girls. I am terrified. Everybody have those lips, which my mom calls, I'm sorry, my language, the butt of a chicken's butt. This huge, this lips. It's just horrific. Same boobs, same faces, same lips, same makeup, same everything. They are so the same, like a cookie cutter. It's scary. They are losing their individuality. Why? Because they try to be perfect. You don't need to be perfect. You're beautiful in your imperfectness. You know, it's self-esteem. Girls, I've seen a woman approximately 400 pounds, how she tried on swimsuit, which called Brazilian cut. It's pretty much nothing, a piece of material this big. And she put it onto her 400 pounds, and she walked inside of a store, of a swimsuit store. In that swimsuit, it was scary, but at the beginning it was scary. But you should have seen her self-confidence. She had so much self-confidence that you, against your own will, you start thinking, oh my God, but she's beautiful. And you could be Miss Universe, who might think that you are an ugly one, and you give the signal, I am ugly. You are not perfect, and this makes you unique and beautiful. You don't have to be perfect. It's fashionable not to be perfect. Look at me. I'm not perfect at all. I am terrifying my poor twin flame with me. I'm too passionate for him. I'm too unpredictable for him. I'm too emotional for him. Even if if I try to pretend like I am cold and calm and absolutely unemotional being, so just try to kind of prove him that he's wrong. I'm not that emotional. I mean, how long can I last? This is my nature. I am passionate. I am empathic. I am passionate, fiery, emotional. I am running on feelings and impulses. My brain is turned off. This is who I am. And this is why I am perfect in my own way. Number 11, release the need to be right. You don't have to be right. You can be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. And number 12, it's repetition of the one I already said. Stop dwelling in the past or in the future. How to go deeper into it? You can read in the article, which I'm going to put a link to. I hope, please, you will do it. And I will try to make the video. I really, really want to do it about twin souls. And if it didn't happen, you have to be separate. Why it happens, what you need to do with it. I already done it, but I feel like it has to be done again. I'm wishing you all the best. My goodness, I can't even speak anymore. And I want to thank every one of you who was singing with me We Shall Overcome yesterday, because believe it or not, after I did this video yesterday, I felt better and I could sleep almost like 5 hours. It was a big thing because I am severely insomniac lately, and I just don't want to start smoking. I've smoked in my life, but sometimes I just look at this. I feel like I want to smoke. I never smoke, but I want to smoke. Smoke and drink coffee and then not sleep and read books. My beauties, I'm wishing you all the best, and I will try to talk to you more about it tomorrow. Namaste.